Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. Salt flour and shell.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's Aside from the automated security, did you meet Why would they leave an asset like that unprotected? Unless... Could the station be a trap? Unlikely. But possibly. One more thing. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the cell. That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection. And more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows? Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and/or shooting.
Your crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the... Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they have an... This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is... No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one... Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even... Tobias, get my knife. The big one. That was a joke. Ha ha. We each get one. Now, back to business. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of... Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. Just think of it as salvaging. This is your initiation into it. Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want? A promotion? We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you... An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what...
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I only wish they weren't.
Spacer's choice. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
Hey, stand back, you. Yep, you're looking at the minister's newest personal guard. Right here. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting... He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shot. Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just too... That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka. Here's to me! Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another? It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down. Ah!
Nice and easy.
I've always loved this.
What's gotten into Bachmeyer?
Now that he's posted at the HHC.
Now that you're all high society, you gonna start shitting gold too?
Are you kidding? I'll eat my bid cartridges before I waste them on shit like that.
We stick together after all this? I'll hold you to that.
I just might. Someone's gotta watch your ass.
You must be joking.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Sure you are. And what is it you're delivering today? Typical. Why don't you come back when you're ready?
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aether wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be... Oh dear, I don't think I can say this anymore. Of course. It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
Yeah, sure, it's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the pot. Also, this is the longest conversation. Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and automechanics. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too... The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages. There are a few advantages to dealing with it. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earth. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivation. But I'm afraid I don't have many options. Confined. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, what isn't on it is the real... I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his...
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you.
What was that? Hey,
What was
you!
that? I better...
Hey, soldier. You can't just wander around the minister's residence. What do you think you're doing? Me? I'm watching for suspicious activity. Well, when you put it... Look, I don't have any visitors on file today. UDL related or...
You must... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the sketch?
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about? Honest mistake. Why don't you... Yeah, and I'd really like a new hammersmith. And seeing as you don't... Hey, I've been trying to get a post at the HHC, but they keep turning me down on account... Anyway, I've worked here long enough to know every clerk by name and... You're new to the ministry? You one of those lab coats they promoted from a company town? That was yours? Wow. You earned that promotion already. So you start tomorrow, huh? You know, they should have set you up with an ID 6 to 8 weeks ago. But then you had to wait 6 to 8 weeks for the complaint forms to arrive, right? I've been there. Yeah, alright.
I never could have handled the desk job.
I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high-priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. I'm not authorized to Now, let's see. I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble. Just know there are a bunch.
Just goes to show you.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Hey, I saw that! What do you think you're doing?
Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't...
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone with...
It's okay.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman...
Worth a try. You'd be...
Like I said, X-36 clear... I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the... What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. Please, go on through. And let...
Something on your mind? It's like... Even the... That...
Nice work, Captain.
What was that? Not so fast! No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going. What? That's what I asked you. Now you really have to go before I call in the other go-
Soldier? What? This area is for authorized personnel only. You're not supposed to be... When you put it... Still.
Let the record show that subject 20...
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Don't worry about pay. The board always rewards good work. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab. If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
Busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take it. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can... Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to... I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want... That's not a plan. That's a goddamn... That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe we're out of time. we're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spent. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them. What? Do you know what's waiting for us? The board's going to dispose of them all and transform. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space. Right next to... Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me. But if we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we were... The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. You absolutely should. Sarcasm, the last refuge of the wicked. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty. Sir? It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. Skip drives were... That is, Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, the board...
So, sneak onto a lost colony ship and... skip it across the system. What could go wrong?